In a missing person case that's gripping America, US television host Savannah Guthrie has told her mother's apparent abductors her family will pay for her safe return. Nancy Guthrie went missing from her home in Arizona a week ago. Police say the evidence suggests she was taken against her will. A new ransom note has reportedly surfaced, the deadline for payment tomorrow.
Local police are working with the FBI, but 1 week into the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, authorities have yet to identify any suspects. And now, a new ransom message has reportedly surfaced, sent to a local TV station in Arizona and handed over to police. Nancy Guthrie is the 84-year-old mother of popular U.S. TV host Savannah Guthrie. She and her siblings issued a public plea on social media Saturday, which appears to reference the new ransom note.
We received your message, and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Police are offering a reward of $50,000 for information leading to the, quote, recovery of Nancy Guthrie and or the arrest of those responsible for her disappearance. The case has shocked and upset people in and around the upscale Arizona neighborhood where Guthrie lives.
It shouldn't happen to anyone. I think this is horrible, what is going on. And the developments that keep coming around are shocking.
Just knowing that someone like that could just disappear or be upped and kidnapped, it just really brought some concern because it's unusual activity. And you know, Catalina Foothills is just extremely calm, quiet. Everyone's extremely friendly. So it really hurts my heart. Like, it makes me so nervous for other elderly people.
People are just, they're very unhappy and they're kind of in shock with it, and they're hoping against hope, but every day that goes by is not a good sign.
But just this feeling at night of, look, where is she? What has happened?
Police say blood was found on Guthrie's front porch after her disappearance. DNA testing has confirmed it belongs to the 84-year-old. They also say Guthrie's doorbell camera and pacemaker were disabled the night she disappeared.
I spoke with retired FBI agent Jason Pack about what the signs of a forced abduction and a possible ransom message revealed to investigators.
Well, I think they say a couple of things. First, they say there was some pre-planning to this kidnapping and abduction. From the physical evidence at the scene, we've seen the video of the blood spatter on the front porch. We've seen the cameras that have gone missing. And we've seen that timeline where there were 40-something minutes where the suspect or suspects could have been inside. So I think that goes to the sophistication of this abduction and really the pre-planning.
Mm-hmm. The families made public appeals, signaled a willingness to pay ransom. How does that affect an investigation and abductors' next moves?
Oh, as a negotiator, the main thing you want to do is safely recover the person who was kidnapped. And in this case, the Guthrie family has done everything possible to open those lines of communication and to do that and to comply with the demands. We saw overnight here in the United States, the family put out another video simply saying, we hear you and we're ready to pay. So they know that this deadline is approaching on Monday, and they're ready to do it right now. They don't even really want to wait for the deadline. So hopefully the person who has Nancy or the people who have Nancy will hear this and get that in motion, because time is ticking. It's been it's been a week since this happened. And so with her medical condition, I know everyone is worried and they would like to get this resolved as quickly as possible.
Considering that time now gone by and still no suspects, what typically becomes the main focus at this point?
Well, there are actually about 3 pipelines of information coming into the command post there in Tucson. The first is really the most visible part, the part we're seeing play out kind of in real time with this ransom note, this kidnapping back and forth. So that's the public part. What you're not seeing are these agents behind the scenes that are taking the information from search warrants, from subpoenas, from emergency disclosure requests to tech companies. They're taking all these pieces of information, applying that to that timeline we've seen the sheriff produced there in these press conferences, and they're being able to go back and verify that. There's also another element of investigation where the agents and the sheriff's deputies are going back into that neighborhood and talking to people. There's those rewards out there. There are the billboards across the country. All these things are designed to elicit tips, to bring those pieces of information centralized into that command post so they're able to prove those things that are on the timeline. So when you look at that timeline and you say, how do you know that this happened at this time? You'll be able to go back in the investigation and you look for an interview or you look for a piece of evidence through a search warrant to be able to prove that.
Jason Pack, retired FBI agent and Tennessee State Special Agent, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.